Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos, Fathom, Hobbies. This is Eldritch Horror Season 3, Episode 2 of Under the Pyramids with Nephram Ka. Just in case you came from Turn 1, I forgot to play the Mythos Phase, so there's a Turn 1 Part 1 and a Turn 1 Part 2. I did catch it, and I put the Mythos Phase in, so you guys can go back and watch that. If you missed it, here's a link card here. Okay, so we'll do a quick recap of Turn 1, and then we'll jump right into the action of Turn 2. You know the drill. Quick shout out to Pontos Fathom Press, our other channel. We've got the new Pontos Fathom edition of the Catu Journals Out of Lovecraft's Providence, the 3 volumes Genealogy of Cthulhu, the Psychoanalysis of Rillia, and the Archaeology of Yog-Sothoth. These help the channel. We're not sponsored by any games here, but we do love Cthulhu mythos and books, and have a weekly podcast over there on Pontos Fathom Press. So in addition to this channel, playing games, doing some miniature painting, we've got the other interests on that one. So support us if you can. Leave a comment below. Check us out on Patreon. Okay, let's do a quick recap of Turn 1. And then we can jump back into our Under the Pyramids gameplay. Okay, so first off, we have some action has already happened. As you know, we have the museum heist, Framed for Theft, where Eric Weiss has been framed for museum theft, which led the nun to go all the way to Cairo to investigate it. Unfortunately, the Black Wind came up as well, and there was also a card played where all of our characters from the Mythos Phase everyone was moving one step toward the bent pyramid. So that led both the nun and Monterey Jack to end up in the bent pyramid. So they are still there. And we have, I've almost said Norman Withers. We have Harvey Walters has left Arkham, and he's moved over to London. And we are ready for Turn 2. So let's go ahead and do that. And did we spawn a monster on the pyramids? I don't think we spawned. Yeah, we did spawn the monster. Okay, so let's start out with Monterey Jack. He will go ahead and get a focus token, and then he will do. I believe that there's a encounter as the encounter. Okay, so to prep for the encounter, he'll get a focus token, and he'll also get does he have any damage? No. Let's have him roll to try to gain one of these cards here. He gets one of the points, so he does not gain the card. No worries. Let's go on to Sister Mary. So he's going to stay there in the bent pyramid, and they can either go after the clue or the special encounter. Let's just check out there. She can discuss she can do that. You may discard one artifact to retreat doom by 1, or discard the top expedition deck to perform 1 additional action. Okay, so that's that. She already has her token there, but she did a damage, so she will rest to heal 1 damage, and then she will also try to gain a card, and she does not get a card from the reserve. That's fine. And then lastly we'll have Harvey Walters. Harvey Walters got the Alter Fate spell. He got a non-ritual spell, so this is a glamour. He may trade conditions, focus, and improvement tokens as part of a trade action. So he can trade with other people to do that. So that's cool to have. But he will get a ship token, and he will move also to the pyramids. I think that's the best bet for him. So he will take a ship token, move by sea to Rome, and then move to the pyramids, cashing in his ship token, so he can join the adventurers on the pyramids board. But maybe he will try to close this gate on his encounter turn. So that's going to do it for the action phase. Let's jump into encounters phase. So the first encounter we will do is Monterey Jack. He will do one of these black wind encounters. So as an encounter, the investigator on a space containing the Eldritch token may attempt to banish the black wind from Egypt. He draws and resolves a black wind special encounter card. So let us go and do that black wind special encounter. So here's a black wind special encounter card, and this is pretty exciting. A devastating sandstorm ranges for miles in every direction, the black wind swirling at its center. Abruptly, the wind ceases to affect you, and a tiny orange cat wanders by, seemingly unaffected as well. It pauses a moment to regard you, and you try to follow it. Okay, so he's got this strange black cat encounter. He tries to follow it, and he passes. The cat leads you to the eye of the storm. You feel the divine favor of a powerful being surge through you, and you attempt to banish the black wind. So he attempts to banish the black wind, and he gets a 5, banishing it. If you pass, place this Eldritch token on the active mystery. Okay. If you fail, you hear hideous laughter through the wind. So we will put this on the active mystery. And if you fail, we don't have to worry about it. So that is the black wind condition. So great. Okay, so that was cool. So he's cleared one of those tokens. Let's go over to Sister Mary the nun, and she will go for this token clue, and she is in a city. No, she's in a wilderness. So the following is: you follow a group of cultists to a backcountry shrine where they leave an offering to the Dark Pharaoh. As more cultists arrive, you decide you best leave, but you try to find your way back to Wait, is this research encounter? Why does this not seem like a research encounter? Do we gain the clue if we pass? I mean, it doesn't really say. It has nothing to do with the clue. Okay. You decide to leave, but you try to find your way back the next day. So let's go ahead and try this one. So you pass. If you pass, you ransack their offering. Gain 1 relic unique asset. She doesn't gain the clue. She gains a unique relic, unique asset. Okay. I thought we wanted to resolve a clue though, so I don't get that. Am I doing something wrong, guys? Let me know. I feel like this is an odd thing to find suddenly, where you're resolving a. It doesn't seem like we should be resolving a clue at this time. I mean, it's a research encounter, but we're getting a item, right? So she's going to get a relic unique asset. I will get that for her. I will remind to get that for her. So I'll leave this up on the top. So that is her encounter. And lastly, Harvey Walters, the professor, will enter the portal to close that gate. So let's check out that encounter. And he gets the future. You find yourself in the near future imprisoned in a compound with hundreds of plague victims. Resolve the pass effect, stay among the sick and try to help them, or resolve the fail to try to sneak out. Let's try to resolve the pass condition to stay and help the sick, or let's try to stay to help the sick. You try to resist giving into the disease. All right, so let's roll that. And he fails. Let's have him do a re-roll. Let's have him do a re-roll. So spend this to do a re-roll. And he fails also. So he fails to close the gate. And he will gain an illness condition. So I will also leave this out for him to gain his illness condition in the cleanup. So that's not good. So he's kind of Harvey Walters, gets the illness condition, and that's that. So okay, so we are done with the encounters phase. Now we go on to the mythos phase, as we should, right? So the mythos phase is now. It says curse of knowledge. The dark intelligence somehow embedded in the maliciousness in its own stories. Little by little, these stories have crept into your mind, poisoning you. The curse of knowledge. Each investigator discards half of his clues. Then the lead investigator gains a cursed condition. Everybody's gaining these cursed conditions. So okay, the lead investigator is Harvey Walters. So he's really taking a pummeling here. He's gained a number of conditions, and he has two negative things, an illness and a condition, so maybe he's not long for this world. And with that, we will go to the actions on top of the mythos card. So again, we advance the omen, and when we advance the omen here, next we will go to a reckoning, and the reckoning, it says each investigator moves one space toward the bent pyramid. So that means it's like I think this is the greatest mechanic, right? It just, they're all siphoning toward this. So now they are all on the Great Pyramid, but this is great for them because he gets them to increase their powers, which he can do as an action on the next turn. And then the last one is spawn a gate. So I'll leave this one here so I can clean up after the end of the turn. We spawn a gate, and the gate is Himalayas are out of the game. We spawn a gate, and the gate is in Shanghai. Okay, so there's Shanghai. I think I was supposed to change all the gates to be on the top here. So let's just go through and do that. There was that card that came up. I never did that. So the Nile River. I think we've got Alexandria. Is there a gate for Alexandria? Cairo, Tokyo, Arkham, San Francisco, Rome, London, Buenos Aires, R'lyeh, Heart of Africa, Hyperborea, Istanbul, Antarctica. Okay, so let's just put that on the bottom. We're not going there. And I'll shuffle these two. There was a card before that came up where I was supposed to put the research encounters. So the Nile River is where the gate is spawned, which is helpful to us. I will put a monster on that. So let's check out the monster. It's not a monster surge, it's just a gate spawning. And the monster is the servitor of the outer gods. So we will put that on the Nile. And that will wrap up Season 3, Episode 2, Turn 2. Let's check out Turn 3 on the link here, and looking forward to continuing the journey with you guys. So please leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and thank you for watching. Talk to you in the next turn. Bye-bye.